How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is? It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, bringing y'all some more hypocrisy from the crew of First Take when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys. And on the segment of today's episode of First Take, Stephen A. Smith, Harry Douglas, and Herm Edwards talk about the Dallas Cowboys. They start off by talking about who should be the priority when it comes to signing their contracts. But like all Dallas Cowboys conversations, it veers off into if Dak Prescott's good enough or if he deserves his money. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for you, and you know what we're going to do after that, Cowboys Nation. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's go ahead and take a listen to Stephen A. Smith.
But my priority would be Micah Parsons. That's me. And the reason I say that, I understand from a business perspective, it's the National Football League, the quarterback's the priority. I get all of that. CeeDee Lamb is a stud, we get all that, I understand that. Yep. But I'm talking mystique. I'm talking the brother that shows up, and excuse me, listen, I'm going to get at the quarterback. I'm going to hold it down on the defensive side of the ball. We going to make up for what we know the quarterback ain't going to give us. Now, we can't make up. And I understand they got blitzed by Green Bay in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's on them. They just did. I don't know what the hell was wrong with them. Had players coming on talking about they were tired. They came on First Take, they were talking about they were tired. I don't know if you saw that episode. They talking about they were tired. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it.
That was on our show.
I said it was on our show. So I get that. I'm just saying, I just think that Micah Parsons, nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that, and he's got to show up in the playoffs too, but Micah Parsons to me is that dude that personifies so much of what Cowboy fans believe they are. I'm taking care of that brother. I'm not losing that brother.
These analysts talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and they bring their emotions into play every single time. Stephen A. Smith talks about the mystique of signing Micah Parsons first. Even when it doesn't make financial sense, Stephen A. Smith would rather pick Micah Parsons' contract over our currently holding out CeeDee Lamb and the leader of this team, the QB1 in Dak Prescott. It would make 0 sense in signing Micah Parsons right now over those two. We'll talk about that more during my raw and uncut portion, so make sure you stick around for that. In the second clip that I got for you, Harry Douglas asked a very good question, a question that holds some merit when it comes to holding these players accountable, like First Take wants to hold Dak Prescott accountable for the entire failures of the team. So let's go ahead and take a listen to the clip that I got for you and come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
When you talked about Michael Parsons, you said, he's going to ball. He's going to show up for you. In playoffs too?
Listen, brother.
No, because you can't. I ain't going to let you get on Dak Prescott. I'm not going to. So?
What?
So was Aaron Donald.
Listen, you can't compare the
So
two.
was Aaron Donald.
You can.
Aaron Donald was double team, triple team. He showed up no matter what. If you great, it don't matter. You don't think T.J. Watt not double team?
That's the analogy.
Is T.J. Watt not double team?
Donald or T.J. Watt, those are the analogies you use. I mean, these
well,
are
when you mention Lawrence Taylor and then you tell me Michael Parsons, of course I'm gonna bring up other guys.
I got you.
Who's double team or triple team?
I got you.
Get him, Harry Douglas, for real though. That was a legitimate question from Harry. People have spoke about Micah Parsons not showing up when the Dallas Cowboys are playing teams that are over 500. People have spoken about Micah being schemed out of the game by opposing offenses. When that happens, Micah's nowhere to be found. These talking heads can't come up there and talk about one player who doesn't show up in the playoffs while praising another player who hasn't shown up in the playoffs. Make it make sense to me, y'all. In the last clip that I got for you, Molly Qerim is on her mindless, brainless content yet again. Harry Douglas told them yet again that he believes Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Harry talked about the regular season, but Molly Qerim says that the regular season doesn't even count, that she's only worried about the playoffs. What a dummy, man. I tell you what. She enlists Coach Herm Edwards to co-sign that ignorance. So let's go ahead and play that clip so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, go ahead and listen to Coach Herm Edwards.
Coach, where is he in the postseason? Is he top 5?
Oh, not very good. No.
I wonder where Aaron Rodgers is.
This is why the conversation is where it's at right now. And he's sitting there. This is why he's not getting the money that he wants. Because his record in the postseason is not very good. He's won 2 playoff games with an elite football team.
Coach, what do you attribute that to?
You have to win more games than that.
Is that on him not being clutch in the biggest moments, or is that on coaching?
Him.
Let Coach answer. Hold on.
He plays with the ball. He has something to do with it. But he also needs help by his teammates who don't seem to play well in playoff games. All these stars that are about to get paid. Look at their playoff stats.
I swear, Herm gets on First Take and says the exact same thing over and over when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Dak doesn't show up when the lights get the brightest. He also hit on the fact that Dak needs his stars to show up and help in the playoffs as well. Y'all know that they tried to shut up Coach Herm Edwards, but he had a great point. So, y'all ready for my raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. I swear, Cowboys Nation, these talking heads will sit up there and talk about the same old bullshit when it comes to our Cowboys. Why in the hell would the Cowboys front office sign a player who has another year on his contract and is willing to wait because he knows that the payday is going to be even bigger next year? Why would you prioritize him over your franchise quarterback or your all-pro Pro Bowl wide receiver 1 who is currently holding out? That would be the dumbest move the Dallas Cowboys could make, aside of the Amari Cooper move. And this is why you shouldn't even take advice or analysis from a person who doesn't like you or your team. Stephen A. Smith has made it abundantly clear on numerous occasions he can't stand Cowboys Nation. Cowboys Nation is like cockroaches to him. So why would and should Cowboys Nation listen to him when it comes to the Cowboys? We shouldn't. Then he talks about the mystique surrounding Micah Parsons. I want to say this, and I want to make myself perfectly clear. I do think Micah Parsons is a great player. He's a great pass rusher. I also think that the 3- and 4-letter networks have propped him up on this pedestal where he thinks he's the best in the league. I read an article where Pro Football Focus ranked Micah Parsons as number 2 amongst pass rushers, and the only response that he gave was an LOL? Man, see? That is zero humility. That's zero being grateful. I tell you, Cowboys Nation, the more I hear come out about Micah Parsons, the more I keep going back to that Jesse Holly video. How selfish Micah Parsons is. How he only thinks about his success, and if the team succeeds through his success, so be it. I honestly pray this changes for him, Cowboys Nation. I hope this actually makes him realize that he has the potential to become one of the greatest defensive leaders this league has ever seen, but you can't do that when you're the number 1 priority. When your wants and needs outweigh the team's wants, needs, and desires. This is what Malik Hooker was talking about, and people told him not to speak on it. No, keep speaking on it, Malik. People need to hear this. Maybe then the team will come before the other crap. I mean, I didn't mean for this video to be a Micah Parsons bash session, but ask yourself this. Would Jimmy Johnson put up with the stuff Micah Parsons is doing? Would he put up with the podcast and working out with players whom we will have to see this upcoming season? Then Molly Curum sitting up there throwing all the gotcha questions out yet again. That is not sports commentary, Molly. It only proves that they have you there for optics. It's not because of your sports knowledge. It's because you're an attractive woman and these thirsty ass men will click on the videos to drool over you while they burn their brain cells out listening to your nothingness. You say that the regular season doesn't matter? Well, you say the regular season doesn't matter until you cover Justin Herbert or Deshaun Watson. When you're talking about Dak Prescott, it's all about the postseason, and nothing he did during the regular season means anything. It's analysts like you whom got some people in Cowboys Nation believing this crap. Harry Douglas touched on it. There is no playoffs if you do not ball out in the regular season. You can't make it to your destination without taking the journey, Molly. You may get things handed to you because you're on TV and you're pretty, but that doesn't work in the NFL. You have to fight for your chance at a Super Bowl. You have to earn your chance at a championship. No amount of skin will bring that Lombardi trophy home. Like Coach Herm said, Dak needs his stars to show up in the playoffs as well. If Dak Prescott shows up and he's ready to ball, but the other stars don't, I bet the outcome won't work in the Dallas Cowboys' favor. If the stars show up and Dak Prescott doesn't, I bet the outcome won't work in the Cowboys' favor. This is why football is the ultimate team sport. This is why teams are strategically placed together in order to get the best outcome for the organization. Men aren't added to these teams to root on their quarterback as he takes on opposing teams by himself. It's about every person on the roster and not just the quarterback. Everyone has to show up and show out. Every star on this team has to shine, Molly, i.e., complimentary football. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What did you think about what the crew of First Take had to say? Who do you hope that the Dallas Cowboys sign first? Let's have an adult conversation in the comment section. If you're digging the content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on the video and share this content with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you are DC for life and can't wait for the team to hit Oxnard for training camp 2024, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I go live, release a video, or a podcast episode. And Godspeed and safe travel to the individuals who will be making their way out to Oxnard to cover our Dallas Cowboys training camp. I hope I'll be able to get there next year. So if you want to help send your boy to Oxnard for the 2025 training camp, I'll put the link to the Cashapp in the description. Anything you donate is very appreciated and will be used to get us out to training camp. I also will be joining Game Time Brian for a live conversation about, you guessed it, our Dallas Cowboys. That will be taking place tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you join us so we can read your raw and uncut in the chat. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.